Hey guys, it's the Soft Lights here. This is my very first vlog ever in the history of my internet usage. I would like to thank the ASSCAT guys for inspiring me to do one of these finally. I've always wanted to. Anyway, two things on this. I'm going to answer the questions that I got in response to my Q&A blog post. Thank you guys for asking questions and leaving responses. And I'm going to use this as my response to Timmy's ASSCAT challenge, which is to introduce yourself in an interesting way. I hope this is mildly interesting. If not, sorry. But to me it's interesting because I'm putting myself out there on the internet like this, and I've never done a video like this. So cool, let's get started. Okay, so Emily myself asked, said first, yes, you were the first, rock and roll. Said first, what is your first name and why did you come back to Zynga? Okay, thank you for your question. My first name is Jace. Actually, legally it's Jason, but I do go by Jace. I pretty much have all my life. You can call me Jason, you can call me Jace, whatever. And my mom used to call me Jace. She was the only one for a long time, and then one of my bosses at my very first job when I was 16 called me Jace, and then I just kind of started going by it, and everybody has followed suit. Why did I come back to Zynga? Okay, as you may know from reading my blog, I was on Zynga back in the early days of Zynga, before MySpace, and I had a blog, actually several blogs on Zynga for a few years, and then I left in about 2005. I was one of the last few of my circle of friends, in real life friends, IRL friends if you will, who jumped over to MySpace and joined the MySpace revolution. And then of course it's turned into Facebook, but I came back to Zynga because I've had blogs at WordPress, even before Zynga, and Blogger before Zynga, and WordPress since, and Blogger since. And two things. One, I think that Zynga, yes, there's a lot of drama and whatever. Who cares? That's life. I mean, there's drama every single day all around us in real life and in the cyber community. So at least it makes it more interesting, I guess. And there's a block button, so whatever. Unlike in real life, I wish there was a block button for people. But so I came back to Zynga because I think it is, out of all the blog websites that I've used, I think it's the best, most active community of bloggers on the internet, bar none. I love it. And also because, you know, I think Facebook and Twitter and MySpace and everything really changed the way we communicate with each other, at least virtually. Because everything's just little blasts now from the Facebook, and even like what the Pulse feature is, but I like the Pulse feature, but that's kind of all people do with Facebook and Twitter. It's just a blast, and people kind of post the minute details of their life, and some of that goes on here too, and that's fine. But I like the way, and I missed the way, that we used to actually blog about a topic, or say even something ridiculous or funny, or something we had to say. You know, we really put ourselves out there and put our thoughts on our page. And I missed that, and I kind of am growing weary of Facebook, so I decided, you know what, I'm going to go back. And I have really enjoyed my past month that I've been back. It's been about a month now. So thanks for your question. Road Less Taken. One of the guys that inspired this, and he's really been prodding me to do these ASSCAT challenges, so thanks, man, I appreciate it. What are some pleasant surprises you've encountered on this site? Honestly, one of the most pleasant surprises is that it is still so active. I've seen people, yes, I did print out my questions because I'm obviously not looking at my computer. So this is my script. Anyway, that it's still so active. Because when I came back, I thought, ugh, does anybody use Zynga anymore? You know, and I've actually, in my past month, I've seen people that are just now signing up for Zynga. They may be older than me, around my age, younger than me, and I think that's cool when you have options that are so just everywhere these days, like Facebook and Twitter, that you choose Zynga. I think that's really cool. So that's one of the most pleasant surprises I've encountered, and the variety of bloggers and things that people have to say has been really cool. I have a hard time sometimes because in the past month I've already gotten like, I don't know, 131 friends, and I don't know how many subscribers, probably near the same, that I'm subscribed to. And it's hard to keep up sometimes with that many people constantly saying something and talking about something, but I try. So if I don't always comment or indicate that I've read with a rec or something like that, just know that I am trying to catch up as, constantly. So I've really been really pleased to find such a vibrant community still happening. Starman Jones posted a quote from Red Dwarf, the TV show, the BBC show. Given that God is infinite, providing one is of a non-atheistic standard, and the universe is also infinite, would you like some toast? I assume that's a quote. I've never actually seen Red Dwarf. I know, sorry, Starman Jones. But there's always time for toast. So, Hennessy said, would you be my very best friend here? What do you think of Zynga? And have any favorite Zangans? Loaded questions. Would I be your very best friend here? Sure, awesome, totally. I'm really outgoing online and can be funny and witty, or I like to think, whatever, but I'm pretty shy in person. Unless I'm really, really comfortable with you and I know you pretty well. Even if I know you well, though, I really still have to be comfortable with you. I know my bosses and people at work, coworkers really well, as far as I've been around them for years, but I'm not always comfortable in social environments. So yes, totally best friends, BFFs, kind of say. What do you think of Zynga? I think I kind of already answered that. I love it. And have any favorite Zangans? Why do you do this to me? This is totally a lame, stupid cop-out answer, but pretty much everybody that I'm subscribed to. Because I don't automatically subscribe to everybody. I do subscribe to a lot of people, but I don't automatically subscribe to just anything I see and everything I read. But definitely, I will say everyone that asks questions on here are some of my favorites. So thank you guys. I really appreciate it. Godfather of Green Bay said, if America truly wants to become a great nation and hot fudge is the best topping for ice cream sundaes and not whipped cream, because really who puts whipped cream on ice cream, it seems to me that there'd be a cream overload. When indulging on ice cream, one doesn't want to overload. Why is Zynga such an awesome place? I follow instructions. Well, again, I think I've answered, and things like that are why Zynga is such an awesome place. So, Dirt Bubble said, "Are you one of them?" Probably. I don't know what that means, but there's a decent chance that anything you would attach to that, yeah, sure, probably. I'm one of a lot of things, so whatever. BFB 1131 said, would things be better if everyone was allowed to carry weapons? That's the first question he asked. When I read that, initially my mind went to gun, and I'm not, no disrespect to anybody, I'm not a fan of guns. I would never have a gun in my house. Weapons, I don't think things would be better. I think people are stupid, and if you put a weapon in everyone's hands, I think you're going to ask for trouble, because people are idiots anyway. So, have I ever been in a fight? Aside from Zynga troll fights, no. I assume you mean like a physical altercation. Yes, and it was weak and lame, and I was in like 4th grade, and it was my best friend, I guess, at the time, and we were getting on each other's nerves, as people tend to do, and we got in a fight in front of everyone in the gym, and it was, like I said, it was pretty lame and lasted about 20 seconds, and it was really just crap. I'm about to 10 minutes, and I'll be putting this on YouTube, so look below for part 2.